Hello and welcome back for part 10 of the von Carstein Lord and Hero Only campaign. So over the end turn here, Averheim is being assaulted by these Avaland rebels, and you can see there's actually other factions queuing up to attack the city even if this attempt should fail. And I'd considered fighting this manually last time, but looking at things again, I don't think there's any point. I could do some damage to some of these units, I don't think I could even wipe any of them out. And I'm at least a few turns away from being back here to actually fight this army, so I think it's just a poor use of time to fight manually. Yeah, did very little damage to them, but I suspect I wouldn't have done much more fighting manually. So yeah, part of our progress in the early game was undone because the Avaland faction has emerged, and so we now have to wipe them out again. Let's just remind myself what else happened here. So Essen and Drakenhof are both owned by Talabakland now. Well, how do they feel about Dreicher? They're not at war with Dreicher. Okay, and Dreicher's starting to rebuild troops in the Griffin Wood. Right, Sterland and Ostermark are the ones she's at war with, although she's not exactly friends with anyone around here. Yeah, I suspect Sterland's a bit too far away and more interested in focusing on me. So yeah, we went straight back to war with Averland, which actually didn't
I will not parley with the dead.
think would happen.
Abomination.
Oh yeah, they really hate us, huh? Yeah. Yeah, okay. So I guess it's not a... yeah, it's not... it's a faction re-emerging, it's not a completely new faction.
Impossible.
I refuse.
Okay, so this is the faction leader of Sterland who force marched over here. It's actually kind of good that I know that this army is here because, for instance, that means taking the Moot is a bit risky because he could surely come and attack us there. Well, I think the goal for this turn has to be dealing with Visenland.
My will alone.
So they have a full stack besieging here. Not particularly high tier troops. Let's actually get a look at exactly what they have.
Destroy them.
So crossbowmen, spearmen, swordsmen. And the general's on a horse. And they're trying to transfer the Sword of Battle to him, but hasn't made it over yet. I didn't even notice that before, that you can see when items are transferring. That's really funny. Yeah, so this is not so different from the stacks we've fought successfully with Isabella before. Interestingly, their army... oh, their other army is not in support range. Huh. Okay, that's very bad for them. So yeah, I won't fight the battle like this, but I think if I bring down 2 more armies, we can certainly wipe this army out. Yeah, so decline that one. I actually thought over the end turn that... oh, look at this name, Richter Pritzkock. I love it. Yeah, I thought he'd made it over to reinforcement range, but he hasn't. Okay, where can you get to? Well, you could join in a fight if I had someone else launching the attack here. And all my vampires from Drakenhof can also move over now. But the problem is, who's going to be launching that attack? I clearly have to deal with this army first. Then this vampire lord would be free to make the attack here. So who can I bring in support? That is the question. Okay, so Isabella can get all the way down there without having to force march. That's excellent.
Absolutely not. Unachievable.
Well, apparently Pritzkock, there's quite a few Pritzkocks in the Visenland faction, because here's Adolphus Pritzkock. Not that our names are any less of a mouthful, but yeah, still amuses me.
Who wishes the red kiss?
Okay, so Vlad has the actual vampires with him, and he can't make it all the way, but the vampires can. Okay, I'm seeing what I can do here. I can just pull the reverse of the trick I used last turn, have Isabella move down here, then Vlad transfers the vampires to Isabella. Yeah, that sounds great. So, we're going to have 2 armies from the settlement, because this counts as an army. So I have the Garrison plus this guy, so we can only bring 2 down. So Vlad and Isabella seem like the obvious choice. This army might withdraw. Yeah, that's a consideration. Just make sure there's no troops in the moot. No. Yeah.
I am darkness.
King of darkness.
Grab a level up on these 2 vampires before heading into battle. Yes, I think just more melee defense is what I want, and I'll keep her off her Hellsteed for now.
I will
Okay,
not
so I also
betray.
have this Necromancer who can join the army. He has Dead Incarnate. He's definitely... Well, at the very least I should move him into this region so that the enemy troops get the leadership penalty.
I thirst.
Yeah, none of the vampires here can make it over to the other side to join Isabella. That's alright.
Countess of Sylvania. Expand Sylvania's borders.
You can possibly get down here to fight without force marching.
The von Carstein.
Okay, I think having Vlad come down here and force march is okay. Just have a look at this army again. There's very little here. They've got another general recruited at full strength. I guess that's one thing. Yeah, I'll have Isabella...
Let us
Yeah, Isabella come out of force march. Stand there. She still has a little movement left, which could be useful. And there's no one... Yeah, there's no one here in the moot. I guess there's some chance of another Talabakland army being up here, but I'm assuming they'd go for the fort. Yeah, the dwarves moved out there. That's interesting. I think the dwarves would not be able to launch an attack across the river this turn. Wonder where their army went, though. Oh, I'm sorry, I was looking at the wrong settlement. Yeah, their troops are still in this other region. Just trying to make absolutely sure, or as sure as I can, that I won't be attacked over the end turn.
Shall know me.
But
dance, macabre.
I think I should be okay here.
I assent.
The main issue is, like I was saying, if this army withdraws, who do we have available to actually catch up with them? Yeah, no reason not to move everyone in here. Definitely need more levels and so on all of these heroes. Okay,
By Sigma, no.
so yeah, Isabella's in reinforcement range. It's great.
Join me for dinner.
And Vlad.
Vlad von Carstein.
So Vlad moves to here.
I am unstoppable.
Let's just see.
What do you want?
No, Vlad's too far away, sadly.
Champion of the
So as I suspected, I have to force march with Vlad. That's fine.
It is done. Into darkness. You dare.
Okay, here's what we want. So this army is not participating at all. We've got the Garrison plus this Vampire Lord, and then coming from the rear we've got Vlad and Isabella and their hero stack.
Who shall we destroy?
So this Vampire I think should also... sorry, this Necromancer still should join Isabella.
Isabella.
He's at low health, but we can either heal him at the start of battle or just have him hide. And I'm holding off on these other heroes. What I'm imagining is having this lord in the settlement actually come fight this army afterwards and joining some of these heroes in. But let's take things one step at a time. So launch this attack.
Seas of blood.
Okay, much better. Yeah, and only Vlad's on force march here. This could be a bit difficult logistically because we've got... Yeah, we're going to have our hero and lords coming from the rear, but I'm sure I can figure that out. I'm actually not too concerned about this. I think because I was a little concerned that if I had to force march my stack of heroes, that could be a problem, but I think we're just fine here. Okay, that's not a great Winds of Magic roll. Let's try and do a bit better. Well, that's not better, but I don't think it'll matter too much. We've got quite a lot of power reserve. Well, yeah, it's not great. As I said, I suspect it should still be fine. So, you're the overall general here, and they have a pretty nice defensive position on this hill. Okay, I think I just start the battle and see how they react. If they all swing back to try and deal with my reinforcements, that would be interesting. Looks like if anything they're coming in the other way. So over here, let's just get down one invocation on this guy right away. He's going to heal it from the regen aura from the other necromancer. Okay, the mortars are firing at my single entities coming in here. That's not a problem at all. Let's just go ahead and advance here. Alright, we need to do some probably some better deployment. So the cavalry... Yeah, this Garrison unit's all expendable, which is very good. Just arrange things a little differently. Okay, we need to get some other groupings down here, I think. Okay, so you two... you're in the Garrison force, that's right. Okay, you come over this way. Yeah, we've kind of got them in a bit of a bind here. Let's just not be too hasty with my Garrison forces. They don't have any cavalry, I can just save them the Black Knights, wheel around. And yeah, killing their mortars. Yeah, Graveguard and zombies are a bit slower, so yeah, we've split their forces up as well, which is great for us. Mortars obviously cannot stand against this many heroes and lords. We're going to be able to take this out with Isabella's forces, absolutely no problem. If anything, I should probably just be a little more cagey here, and it doesn't matter if I lose these troops in the garrison, but I don't want to sort of lose them for no reason and end up with a close victory when I shouldn't. So everything here I think is going fine. Do a bit of magic with our bound spells. Okay, we can just hold them here for a little while. The Lord's come and attacked us, that's interesting. See if we can take him down. Yeah, Crypt Horrors up against Spearmen doesn't look great for us, but I'll just send the bats into their missile units. Okay, here we go. Got a clear charge at missile units with my Black Knights, so let's take that. And yeah, everything's going fine here like I expected. more of this army I kill off, the better. So with that in mind, let's bring these other bats up to just run down these units that are fleeing. Yeah, we'll just have to hold here. I'm not particularly concerned about anything.
Give them death.
Vampire.
Looks like my vampire hero in the garrison plus my lord are actually doing a decent job of killing off their lord there, so that's great. Okay, don't get too distracted. Yeah, Black Knights are doing a decent job of running down these troops. Having this unit of bats having a bad time, but I don't particularly care. Bats are there to die, frankly. Yeah, no need for more magic over here. Alright, guess those... Yeah, I guess these units rallying is a little irritating. Fine. Lose bats out. Powers are losing in combat here. That's alright. Okay, Black Knights. Let's... Yeah, probably I don't need to go after that unit. They've still got a fair amount of force over here, but it's again, it's just wearing down the garrison that I don't mind if I lose. Yeah, try to take down this lord again. So try and actually shadow this unit. Alright, silly game of chase going on here with my reinforcements. I think we should be catching up to that unit though. Yeah, they're not going to last very long. And that unit shadowed, great. Focus on wiping out the crossbowmen and Free Company militia with my Black Knights, and I'll just have Isabella and co join the fight down here. I know there's these like remnants of units chasing after them, but I don't really care about that. Okay, drop a heal on you. Yeah, I suppose having some of my units mounted in this fight would actually have been useful, given that the battle was a bit split apart, but not to worry.
Isabella von Carstein.
Yeah, we're winning this overall very easily. Should be able to run down quite a lot of their army with the Black Knights. Alright, you know what, don't get distracted by that one unit, just go after the main army. I can just say, I'll just send one vampire to deal with them.
We are the new order.
Master of the undead.
Let's have ya.
Try and just prop up my troops here a tiny bit if I can. These units are about to all rout. Okay, I may have hit my own stuff a bit much there, but whatever. Okay, looks like we got them. Yeah. So let's try and run down as much as we can, since I actually have cavalry for once. They look like they're wiped out already. Yep. Yeah, the only question is whether my losses on the garrison troops cost me a decisive victory. If it does, it does. It's no big deal. Main thing is just not taking damage on the stuff that matters, which we haven't. Let's see, probably some more magic I can use here, right? Oh, where's Vlad? Oh, he's back here, damn.
With haste to war.
Could also use... where's my shadow vampire? Oh, she's way over here. I've probably been doing that too late to kill them, yeah.
Swiftly, at once.
This is not a very efficient Wind of Death, but Frankly, I don't need my magic for anything else. Yeah, it did an okay amount of damage.
End them!
By Van Hell's will, they'll die and rise.
Your time has come!
Yeah, don't need any more healing on my main forces. I could get a tiny bit more healing on the garrison, it really doesn't make any difference. Okay, someone needs to come kill this last unit. So that should deal quite a blow to Land, assuming I can follow up and wipe out their two armies here. Have to see if it's enough for them to be interested in a peace treaty. My goal in the short time here is just to try and get out of some of these wars. You know, I'm not prioritizing taking more territory. That's not really the main concern. I just want to remove some of these enemies. Like, either wipe them out or make peace. I certainly don't, you know, I'm not able to wipe out Land anytime soon. They've just got too much territory out in the west. Ah, it's even a Pyrrhic victory. Yeah, that's very unfortunate. I mean, I guess in terms of numbers, I did suffer heavy losses on the garrison. No, it's fine. We did what you needed to. But yeah, if I had a chance to focus, say, on just the dwarves in the south and wiping out Averland again, that would be great. Okay, it's a nice amount of dark magic and an enchanted shield. Alright. So how far do you run? Not far enough. Okay. And I picked up another black cat. Sure. So Isabella can launch the follow-up to wipe that army out. That looks perfect. And over here, I can bring in this guy and all my vamps.
Unachievable.
What do you want?
Okay, let's just take the level ups while I think about the logistics here. It does look like I can wipe out both those armies. Alright, so this White King has gone all the way along here. Melee defense 63, armor 93, those are looking pretty good. Let's go ahead and maybe work on his offense a little. So weapon strength or melee attack. None of these increase something like speed, do they? No. Sure. Work on melee attack first. So you got to rank 6 and you're knowledgeable 1. That's good. And you're the Dread Incarnate guy. That's right. So, yeah, work on magic with you. So Isabella doesn't need any help to wipe this army out. So I should just make sure I'm committing enough troops over here.
More sleep shines.
So my slight concern with bringing this lord to here and attaching all these heroes is that this army might withdraw. But even if they do that, I can simply force march with that stack.
Darkness comes.
Yeah, that should not be a problem at all.
Yes.
So you come stand here.
This better be important.
It's really important, actually, or it's really worked out well that I had a lord in Schwarzhafen.
Undeath Ascendant. By all means.
Okay.
My will alone.
Yeah, this stuff is a little tedious with all the hero movements.
I thirst. So be it.
It is night.
Dance macabre. Yes, my sire, I assent.
What do you want?
Okay, so I've got 2 Vampires of Death, 2 of Shadows. Okay. Let's have a quick check of the traits. Lawkeeper. Yeah, that's pretty good. The question is whether I have all these vampires focus on magic first, or whether I have some of them just go to just basically be a bit tougher. I don't think I need all of them to focus magic. I definitely value shadow magic over death magic, so why don't I just have my shadow vampires put points into magic and death law put points into personal combat. I think that's reasonable. So yeah, I think more melee defense is probably a good thing to grab. They come in even without Isabella's buff with such a high melee attack that don't need more of that. Okay, looks good. So then I launch the attack here. Yep, I don't need Vlad's help for this.
I can't.
What? Destruction. You dare?
They stood and fought. I think that's good news for me.
Night has fallen.
So yeah, definitely have to be aware of the fact that my army here is nowhere near as powerful as Vlad and Isabella, but I think we should still have more than enough to deal with this depleted Empire army. Yeah, so I don't have any overcast in the heck. That's fine though.
Time to feast.
Yeah, they mostly have missile units, I think. Or at least they've got quite a few missile units. I think I just need to make sure that none of my... like, this guy doesn't somehow get isolated and beaten up before the rest of the reinforcements arrive, but looking at how they're setting up defensively, there's no way that that's going to be a problem. Okay, I've got the Penumbral Pendulum, but I think I just need to be saving... Yeah, I'll just save all my magic for healing. I think that's the best way to do it. Alright, that's the Lord's special ability. Him being a archer.
Night has fallen. Lead them. With haste. Swiftly. Vampire Lord.
Okay, so I've got the Crown of Command, and I've got double Fear of Aramar. Alright. Okay. Taking a bit of damage there. Actually, kind of a lot of damage.
Swiftly. It shall be.
Right, you come down the hill.
With haste. End them.
Try to just focus on one unit at a time is probably easiest. Okay. You've got their general coming after you, but that's fine. Ah. That's not... Yeah, try and bring everyone together here, I think.
Battle right against them. You serve me. Aha. Life ends.
Okay, that's good. Take out next unit. Actually, just get in combat with this Free Company militia unit. Doing a fair bit of damage to us. I think we should be absolutely fine here. Yeah. Yeah, they have the general who's just quite a lot worse at melee than you know, the Empire General or Arc Lector. Yeah, it makes more sense for him to run away and shoot us, which is unfortunately what he's going to be doing. Get the units broken. Be a nice Penumbra Pendulum down that crossbow line, but yeah, don't quite have the magic. Okay. Should hopefully get at least 2 more Nahek casting. That unit's gone. Yeah, we've almost taken out all their melee units, and then it's just going to be a case of trying to get into combat with their archers, not get kited around too much.
Your time has come.
Behold the shoulder hammer!
Okay. Try and get into melee. Yeah, try and get into melee with something else before these spearmen break. Okay, that didn't work. Yeah. I think we should still be fine here. Gonna take a bit more damage, clearly. Good, caught that unit pretty easily. Get in there. Nope, kill him, kill him, kill him. There we go. Okay, you've actually still got a fair amount of healing left, that's great. Okay, let's actually make that unit shatter if possible. Yeah, good. And everyone's doing fine leadership-wise. Pretty sure that magic arrow just did as much damage to the crossbowmen as it did to us. Yeah, I've got a nice split of damage over my different units too. Hitting the healing cap on my second Vampire Lord. It's okay. Let's try and shadow that unit if you can. Not quite. It's okay. Yeah, considering that none of these units have, or none of my vampires here have the hunger for the regeneration or anything, yeah, they're doing pretty much fine. These crossbowmen are helping out by running at us for reasons unknown. Oh, I gotta love the AI derping out a bit. Okay, them running that way is a little annoying. Also still being shot. Okay, they should break very soon though. Yeah. See if we can shadow them. Not quite, alright. Yeah, so everyone's still okay. This vampire's at half health and can't heal more, which is a little sketchy. But we shouldn't have to kill many more of them before they get the army losses en route, and then the healing limits will be reset the second time I fight them. Yeah, if you kill their general, that would be pretty valuable, and that's the army losses. Okay. Good stuff. So, maybe just get a heal down on the Necromancer. Yeah, I guess we probably can't catch up with these units. That's too bad. Alright, well, the general fighting the second battle at that much health isn't a big deal.
I will not sire these.
Necromancer.
And we'll get one more on the Heck, which probably goes on, yeah, just the lowest health of these vampires. Well, I'm happy with how that went overall, although I'm also very glad I sort of lost that battle last turn in order to weaken this army.
Vampire.
Alright, doesn't look like we get another Nehek, but that's fine. Not a huge amount of loot here, but I think I'll still just take it.
This better be important.
Okay, hopefully I can still catch him.
March.
Black Cat, Mortal Informer. Alright. I can still catch him. Great. Okay. So we have the follow-up battle there, and I have Vlad and Isabella taking down this guy.
Not likely.
And then I guess there's a bit of a question as to what I do with these two up here. Possibly just go into ambush stance. I could bring them down to join this battle. I guess there's probably no reason not to. I don't want to leave anyone open to being attacked by this stack over the end turn. And for similar reasons, I'm not interested in taking the moot this turn, even though I could. Okay, let's fight this one first, since pretty clearly I can't bring anyone else to help reinforce. Okay, so this is just a Necromancer with a mediocre trait that I had picked up.
Yes.
Okay, let's get you working towards Children of the Night. Now that I can actually recruit the vampires. Yeah, so 6 of 9. Yeah, I only get back one of each, what's it called? One of each law each turn. And interestingly, they cost money now, and they didn't last turn. So that must be because of... I must have some effect that makes hero recruitment cheaper, but it's attached to a... hero or lord who moved out of the territory? And I'm still not quite understanding... Oh yeah, hero recruit costs minus 10% local province. Okay, that was it. Right. Okay, so let's not do that recruitment just yet, in case I can get this vampire to move back into that province, which it looks like it can.
Ready. My will alone.
Yeah, they've got nothing here.
This better be important.
Sure, let's not auto-resolve, but it'll be a very easy battle.
Vampire law.
Okay, too bad we don't have the Necromancer high enough level to have the regeneration aura yet. Okay, Necromancer's probably... Yeah, Necromancer can now overcast the invocation, so let's go ahead and do that. Yeah, I'm assuming we can just run at them here. Taking a fair amount of missile fire as we come in. It's a bit annoying, but... Let's focus their general down. Yeah, he's very close to dead. I don't think he's getting out of there. Yeah. Alright, very good. And yeah, basically back at full health. Yeah, again, it's not very much dark magic, but I still feel like the other options aren't worth it.
Dance macabre.
Okay, so he's dead, and we picked up that. Restless Spirit, Public Order, Public Order. One thing I will say about all these little Public Order buffs is when I have a stack of, like, you know, Isabella plus however many heroes in a province, that can actually do quite a lot for Public Order, even without getting the full benefit of the, you know, the military presence bonus. Alright, so you don't have anything... Yeah, you're not great in terms of the traits, but you are one of my highest level lords, and you can actually grab Lightning Strike, which I will go ahead and do in case there's a situation where I do want to, like, throw all my heroes onto this one army and basically fight one army against one army. Okay, this Necromancer's one level away from the AoE regen. I think what I'll try and do is like have one Necromancer with the Master of the Dead aura in each army, and have most of the other Necromancers either helping reduce construction cost in my territory and helping boost income, or as scouts. I don't think I need to have huge numbers of Necromancers attached to my army. The Vampires are much better for actual fighting. Okay.
My bloodline calls.
So in terms of public order, we're at minus 33 and losing 6, or minus 91 but gaining 14. 12 of that is for characters. Okay.
This night. This better be important.
Yeah, so you... I actually want both of these lords to end their turn in this territory to get the 20% discount on hero recruitment, which will sit on top of the 70% from the mausoleum and give us very cheap vampires, though not entirely free. I also have Manfred back. That is interesting. Well, it seems like kind of a no-brainer to swap one of the generic vampire lords out for Manfred.
This better be important.
Yeah, ideally somebody who's already built up the Children of the Night, so then they can be sat in the Lord Recruit pool and just provide an extra vampire recruitment. So that would be Wulfric. Yeah, I don't mind having this guy swapped out for Manfred. Just take his equipment off him. Okay, let's go ahead and fight this other battle first.
The von Carstein. Unstoppable.
So Isabella can launch that attack,
Mostly
as could either of these two, but having Isabella launch the attack would make more sense. So why don't you move down to here,
Then go.
Undeath ascendant.
you move down to there,
On way, my lord.
and then
Vlad
no,
von
you need to move a bit
Carstein,
further.
Now.
Lord of the Night.
Okay, and everyone can come in to reinforce. Yep.
Annihilate them.
Yeah, very easy win again. Yeah, I just am reluctant to auto-resolve these battles where, like, I'm not necessarily going to be replenishing health over the end turn, because I might not be in friendly territory, or in the, you know, corrupted territory, so should only take a couple minutes to wipe these guys out. Yeah, they've just got not much of anything. It's fine.
His lady. Swiftly. Death is coming.
Alright, it's a bold move from the general. Kill him.
Undeath ascendant.
And he's dead.
For blood. Dance
Yeah, don't need to do any manual healing here because we've got the regen aura to heal up at the end. this got a bit fast and loose, but it's not a problem. Okay, everyone get back here for the regen. Yeah, it shouldn't be any problem at all. Yep, everyone's full. Great. So that's quite a blow dealt to Visenland. We'll see if I can force him into a peace treaty at all. Building up stacks of this for the leadership bonus on Isabella is probably still worth doing. I should have checked before the battle how many turns I still have of that. Oh, I've got 13 more turns. Yeah, not so much then. Another Wand of Jet. Oh, another Assault of Stone. That is excellent. Talisman of Protection. Warrior Bane. That's the AoE based damage down. Okay, picked up a ton of stuff from these fights. Yeah, let's take this level up points, and then just think a little harder about
I refuse.
positioning and how I want to split my forces up going forward. I do still... yeah, I'm still very concerned about Drycha in the north. I think I need to sort of do a north-south or north... Like, there's a front here, and there's a front here is kind of how I'm seeing it, and I think I should split up into 2 forces along those lines.
The world will drown in blood.
So, Isabella's rank 14. And closing in on Arcane Conduit. Let's just check. She doesn't need a Hellsteed. I don't think so. She doesn't need the Hunger either, really. No. She already picked up Children of the Night, so let's just go ahead and finish the magic line. Okay. So you're working on melee defense. Looks good. Alright, rank 16 for the Unholy Bloodstone Cut. Fair enough. Arcane Conduit next turn. So, we could take the moot here, but this army, I believe, will be in range to attack and take it back. I want to be the one launching the attack. I don't really want to be attacked over an end turn, particularly because I can't see what else is out here, so there's no rush to take the moot. I just don't really gain enough from grabbing it.
Isabella, Undeath Ascendant. I hunt.
So I think what I'm going to do is have Manfred come in and basically... Manfred can be... Right, we're going to have one team that's Vlad, Isabella, my Lamia Vampire, and plus one other Lord. And the other team is going to be Manfred plus, say, one of these guys plus, you know, whatever other Lord. So I'll split it that way. I don't really think I need all 3 of my Legendary Lords together. I think that probably has things a bit, you know, too imbalanced. I do need, like, a decent fighting power on both fronts here. So with all that in mind, let's get Isabella. Yeah, so I can't actually transfer heroes this turn because I already did that. So Isabella can force march back here. I think that should be fine.
Now.
My bloodline calls.
So everyone could get into the territory here and be in range to support one another. This army definitely can't get this far and launch an attack. And similarly, I don't believe there's more troops coming from this direction. Okay.
Very well. It is done.
We obviously have the option to go after the moot next turn. But yeah, I want to see what this stack does. This is what I'm next. Yeah, this is kind of like the next thing I'm concerned about.
Yes, my sire.
Okay, so everyone's here, no one's taking attrition damage, and if there was an army I didn't see, at least people are reinforcing each other, so that's good.
This better be important. My bloodline calls.
Okay, so as I mentioned, I want both these vampires to get back into Drakenhof territory for the hero discount.
Lord of the Dead. No.
Just looking at how these armies are positioned, it would make more sense to have this force become the force in the north, and these armies try to deal with Averland, Visenland, the dwarves. Okay, let's work towards that.
More sleep.
So I think with that in mind,
Going
march you up to here,
now.
and you're gonna have to force march, but that's not a problem.
Unto me.
So now I go in here, and yeah, now the vampires cost next to nothing to recruit, so that's great. And
Yes.
I'm still at the point where I have more slots available than I have vampires I can recruit, so I'm not worried at all about the traits, just recruit everything I can.
I hunt.
Necromancers wise, yeah, so I lost a capacity for Necromancers, so I'm now one over. Okay, that would actually... Oh, that's action cost for hero actions. Okay. Yeah, these aren't great traits, that's fine. So I believe what happened is I had the tier 2 growth building with an extra Necromancer slot in one of the territories that Talabaclan took off me. Okay, can you actually... Do you have any chance of wounding this lady? Not great odds. Probably want to just have this White King continue to scout around a bit. So in the north, ideally I'd avoid going to war with Kislev, and I'd wipe out Drycha and wipe out Ostermark, because they only have one territory. The enemies with only 1 or 2 territories, those are the ones that are good to just finish for good. Okay, Visenland, will you... Ah!
Begone, abomination.
Come on, you've got nothing. Okay, they're also now in a defensive alliance with the Golden Order. Yeah, I have a bad feeling the Golden Order is going to be brought into war against us here. Right, just for curiosity's sake. No military, offering 10k gold, still not interested in peace. Well, alright. Yeah, so let's have this White King move down here to join what's going to be my armies in the north. Okay, I actually don't want him to go that way, I'd rather just scout here a bit more. So no army crossing... Wish I knew what some of these rivers were called, but no army crossing that river. Okay. Yeah.
You dare. Darkness comes.
So Wulfric has... Yeah, he's essentially already got what I want in terms of skills, so I don't really want to build... I don't think I need to recruit Manfred as a 3rd army right now, but I will have him replace this guy Wulfric, and let's rename him... what's that ability called? Children of the Night. Okay, well, just for the sake of labeling. So, I want to just be able to identify the lords who are already providing an extra vampire slot when it comes to, you know, recruiting lords in the future. So, kick him out for Manfred. Yep.
True von Carstein.
Now we get to cross our fingers and look at how poorly the AI leveled Manfred up. Well, he's got the Sword of Unholy Power. Not bad. You've got this, which is not very useful. Lord Master Law of Death. Okay. Yeah, these do not look missile resistant 10%. I guess that's fine. Double point and Spirit Leech. Yikes. Okay, that's fine, I suppose. Double Soul Blight. Armor and base weapon damage debuff. These are pretty much wasted points. Okay, this is bad. It could be worse. I mean, there could be points in the red line that are doing nothing for us, but I'm not thrilled about this. It's too bad these points aren't in the vampire lore line. Okay, well, so be it. Okay, he has all these abilities. He defeated Azag, so he has magic resistance. Strict, okay. Melee attack for dire wolves and fellbats, yeah, does nothing. Yeah, he's still certainly stronger than a generic vampire lord. Let's have the Crown of Command in, and let's have the Assault of Stone Scroll. And yeah, +1 public order. Looks good. So I have those extra vampires can join in here next turn. This Necromancer can just stick in this army until he gets up to grant the regen aura. Yeah, that looks all pretty good. Sort of got too many Necromancers, or no, not too many, but more than I need here. I think in the future I can always have them scout out. I'll lose line of sight here because I only have this from holding Everheim, so I'll send someone out to scout this way probably next turn. Okay, I guess I can make sure everyone's boosting public order. Yeah, it's the Black Cat and the Spirit. Okay, all the Black Cats are signed. Great. I also picked up some magic armor. I guess that was automatically assigned to somebody else. Probably I want it on Manfred. I'll leave that on her. Yeah, this one and Abarash I can reassign. And ward save 6%. Sure. Okay, let's see if there's any other things to spend money on here. No, don't think picking up another lord's needed this turn. I'm not developing the fort. Don't need to develop this. Actually, it doesn't look like I have anything really worth spending money on. Yeah, we decided to go up to 6 blood kisses for the second tier Lamia. Unassigned skill points, that's fine. Okay, I think that is everything. Let's just check if the Skaven are willing to form a non-aggression pact.
No council.
No, they're not. They still don't really like me.
Only me.
Okay. Yeah, we're not going to get a non-aggression pact with anybody else here.
You come bearing arms.
Even the ones with other enemies. Not to worry. Yeah, Confederation penalty runs out next turn. That's also great. Alright, let's move on. War declared. Golden Order Border Princes. Well, happy to see that. That hopefully means that the Golden Order doesn't join the war against us. Hopefully. Alright, raise or stack Flensburg in 7 turns. Probably ambitious, we'll see. Okay, well, I think that's going to do it for this part. Dealt Visenland a pretty crippling blow without suffering much damage on the way back, and avoided being attacked over the end turn. Obviously need to re-establish some vision out here to plan our moves, but pretty happy with how that went. Yeah, and now we have the Vampire Factory in Castle Drakenhof, just churning out vampires, and as my Vamp Lords get to high enough rank, I'll just increase the capacity more and more, so I think we're in a pretty good space here. Alright, well, for now, thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you for the next part.